Lesson 1 of 2 lessons of the day. Today we're going to listen to Dr. Reverend Allan Boesak, who talks about the concern under the leadership of the ANC and also just leadership in general, and then what hopes there is for South Africa. This is very important for the youth of South Africa to listen to. Let's go.
Struggle stalwart Dr. Allan Boesak says 2024 was clouded by a reign of evil. Boesak who was delivering his New Year's message, says inequalities remain one of the key concerns even under the government of national unity. He has also slammed some greedy African leaders as the reason why the continent is in conflict with itself. Boesak, who is the chairperson of the Walter and Albertina Sisulu Foundation for Social Justice, joins me now. Thank you so much for the time, Reverend Allan Boesak. Really appreciate it. Let's just talk about, if you'll allow me, to unpack 2024 to start off with. It was a year in which we hoped as well that we'd look at things like justice, freedom, democracy being celebrated. Instead, it feels as though we have let go of a year in which there was a lot of hardship.
Yes, good morning, Arabella, and good morning to your listeners. Thank you for this opportunity. 2024 was in many, many ways a watershed year. I mean, we have seen levels of evil unfolding that most of us have not seen in our lifetime. And it is not just the evil that I'm talking about, it is the way that same evil has been protected, funded, justified, glorified even in many circles. And it doesn't seem as if the end is in sight. And so in that sense, globally, 2024 was an extraordinarily difficult year for everyone involved, especially those who have become the victims of those in power and who abuse their power in such scandalous ways. But at the same time, for us here in South Africa, 2024, that was supposed to have been a year of celebration of our democracy or our democratic experiment, has become a year we can mostly say we have commemorated it, but we did not celebrate it. It was a reminder of 30 years of betrayal and misrule that our people did not expect, not in the struggle and not in the beginning of 1994. So we have also seen, of course, the formation of the so-called Government of National Unity, which was a kind of a pinnacle of the betrayal that I'm talking about. And so, yeah, it is a very, very challenging year. And in light of that, I thought that a letter to our people to remind them not only of 24, but to remind them of the new opportunities in 2025 that present itself if one recognizes that there is a crisis, but there is something that we can and must do about that crisis and try to give people some hope for the year that lies ahead.
Yeah, this hope, however, is one that would need real action. Because hope itself won't be enough without the kind of leaders that are ultimately aimed at pushing along the kind of reverence to what we need to get done in this country. We've just been speaking about Gauteng, which could be on the verge of bankruptcy because of things like corruption, leadership that just hasn't worked for the longest time. And now we host the G20 summit as well, and yet we find ourselves still in disarray.
Well, let me quickly say two things about this hope that you're talking about. Please keep in mind that whenever I speak of hope like African church father Augustine did way back in the 5th century. He said that hope is a mother with 2 children, 2 beautiful daughters, he actually says. One is called anger and the other is called courage. So hope is having the anger when you see what is happening around yourself in our world, what is being done to those, especially those more vulnerable than ourselves. And then second, the daughter's name is is courage. That means the courage to not only see, to recognize and but to get up and do something about it. That's the way I speak of hope. And leadership, of course, is what we need. And leadership is what we have not had in a very, very long time, from top to bottom. South Africa has leaders without any vision, without any principles, without any understanding, without any care and compassion for people, and fundamentally a lack of real love for the people of South Africa, because all of their love is soaked up in themselves and their self-preservation and their own selfish agendas.
Have we also lost the kind of citizen?
There you have it. He has said everything that I can guarantee you the majority of South Africans, irrespective of race, the majority of South Africans think and feel about the situation in South Africa. So I'm going to leave this here because this is something that I need for you to digest. This is a video off of YouTube, and it is from Newsroom Africa. It is 5 months ago, but it is the title of the video is Struggle Stalwart Boesak Laments Poor Leadership, if you want to watch the whole video. This is part 1 of the lesson of today. I am now going to do part 2 in another video.